Hello everybody and welcome to the beginning of this course. My name is Joe. I've been practicing meditation for 20 years and this entire course right here is a short course, but it's all about how to get rid of your anxieties and racing thoughts. I've been practicing meditation for over 20 years and I'm going to teach you some awesome tips and techniques that have gotten rid of my anxiety and even my panic attacks, which I used to suffer like 20 to 15 years ago. But everything I'm going to show you in this course are things that I learned 15 years ago or even more longer. And everything in this course has helped me out tremendously to where like my racing thoughts and anxieties are no more. And I've actually gone on to teach these techniques to over 5,000 people all over the world. So I'm kind of hoping that you enjoy this course, which goes along with my ebook as well. But so I just want to make a video course so that way some people don't like to read, some people would rather watch a video. And so like I'm going to teach you everything that's in the book in this video course. So this is something that you can listen to and just watch once, get it, and then go do the techniques and do the exercises on your own. So just a little quick story about me. My name is Joe again. I've practiced meditation for over 20 years and I started practicing meditation when I was like 16, 17 years old. And I wanted to get into meditation because I wanted to become like a really great artist and I wanted meditation to be a part of my art because I wanted my art to be really good and fantastic. But what ended up happening was like the more I practiced meditation, the more I learned how chaotic my thoughts were, how negative my thoughts were, how much fear, worry, and all kinds of like just mess going on in my mind. And so the more I practiced meditation, the more it seemed like I became more aware of how much, racing thoughts I had or how much nervousness and just the whole thing of practicing meditation just made me think that like my mind was worse than it was. And so what happened is like it took me 5 years of practicing meditation like every day to find a technique that actually cleaned my mind, that actually cleared my thoughts. And you don't have to practice meditation twice a day like how a lot of people do. I want to let you know that right now. It's like once you learn this technique I'm about to show you, you won't have to meditate unless you want to, because most people only practice meditation because they want to get rid of their thoughts or get rid of their anxieties. They always want to get rid of something or clear their mind or something like that. So this technique I want to show you takes only 2 minutes to do and it clears your mind instantly. And so if you have racing thoughts and anxieties that are up through the roof, it's going to help lower you down to where you're calm, your thoughts are calm, your emotions are calm. And as your days go on, let's just say if you were starting off at 100, with your anxiety or racing thoughts, whatever it might be, you do the technique and it relaxes you, and then like you might come back up just a little bit to being a little more normal state where you're not as you don't have as much anxiety as you used to have, but at least it's gotten better. But then every day it gets a little better and better and better. And then over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks, your anxiety and your emotions are so calm and like your anxiety and panic attacks won't even exist anymore. So that's what we're gonna do right here. I'm gonna show you a really cool technique that only takes 2 minutes to do, but you're gonna wanna set aside 20 minutes to do it. So this very first technique is super powerful and you don't have to do this all the time. I probably do this twice a week for 3 weeks and like I went from like up here to like now I'm just a nice, calm, steady, normal where I should be. And so that's what I want you to get out of this course as well. Now I'm not gonna say you'll never, have worry or fear or anger or anything else like that. All this emotions are just part of life, but at least it won't be as chaotic as like having a panic attack might be or an anxiety attack or being full of racing thoughts. And so that's the things that I used to go through, but in this course I'm gonna show you this awesome tip, this awesome meditation technique that got rid of everything, and I'm gonna show it to you in the very first step in this next video. And then I'm also gonna include some other tips and tricks for your lifestyle and diet and some other things that you can do to reduce your anxiety, because diet and lifestyle has a big part of it too. But don't worry, this diet isn't like counting calories and only eating vegetables and blah blah. There's this whole diet and lifestyle is all about like how you should eat only prepared vegetables, like everything that's cooked. You should never have any cold foods or raw foods and things like that. So there's a couple of cool things as far as the diet and lifestyle goes. So I want you to really enjoy that part. But the most important part about this whole course is just the very first video that I'm going to show you, which will reduce your thoughts and anxieties the very first time you try it, and then you're only going to get better and better the more you go. So this can be a short course, it's a short book, but it's going to be very powerful because I'm not going to put a bunch of fluff in it just to make it seem like the video is longer than it should be or whatever. I want you to get the results of ridding your anxieties and racing thoughts right away as fast as possible, because I know as you're probably watching this video, you just want to get right to it, and let's get right down to it. So with that being said, this is all for educational purposes. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just a guy that's been practicing meditation for 20 years. And the techniques that I've talked to like other mentors and other coaches and about this technique, and their mind just blows away. So when I tell them how easy this works, and again, I've also taught this to over 5,000 other students all around the world. So anyways, without further ado, use this as your own education, and always consult a medical doctor if you need to. But I guarantee you this will help you out tremendously. It's a very safe way to cleanse your mind and your emotions and get rid of your anxieties and panic attacks and racing thoughts. So anyways, let's get to the next video and let's get right down to it. See you then.